Right, I got one for you. Would you
Go
rather
ahead.
have 50 grand a month or 50 IQ points?
50k a month or 50 what a month?
Yeah, 50 grand a month.
No, do I get 50 IQ points a month?
No.
So it's not
just,
stacking?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
According to this, it's just they go one-off payment of 50 IQ points.
So what you're saying is I get 600 grand a year,
Mm-hmm.
or I become average intelligence.
I see what you did there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go 600k a year. I don't want to be any smarter than I am now.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with like, the level of my intelligence.
I tell you what, if you're an intelligent person, life is already a burden being intelligent because you notice so many more things you shouldn't.
That's a really good point.
The-
Because
the-
you're like, ignorance is a bliss. And I never understood that until I got older and realized that, shit, man, all those things I was ignorant about were a bliss.
The happiest people I know are
Go on.
some of the least sentient single number brain cell people.
Yeah.
I don't, I mean, I'm like probably already, I'm probably average intelligence, right? And it's an absolute burden. I'm like, I can comprehend like really like deep philosophical things. I don't really want to think about my day to day.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not Socrates. I shouldn't be thinking about
that
that throughout my day.
50 IQ points isn't doing me any favors.
No.
50 grand a month, I can do a lot with that. A lot with that.
Plus, why do you need IQ points if like the whole point of like the whole sell of being smart is to make money?
Yeah.
And I'm already earning like over $500,000 a year. So I don't see what the upside
is. Because you're
is.
sort of like, and again, if you have the viewpoint of like you could drop dead tomorrow, yeah. So what's the extra 50 IQ points going to do for me?
Yeah.
The extra 50 grand would be nice.
I'd rather bag that 50k.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's an easy one.
Freak accident has occurred to you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Which option would you prefer? Have both hands and feet cut off? Have your genitals removed and destroyed? The destroyed part's overkill, isn't it? They're already removed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't get them back. Is the point? Okay. Become ultra blind to the point of only seeing 10 centimeters in front of you. No cure, and glasses won't help. Or lose one arm and one leg.
Are the one arm and one leg the same side?
It doesn't specify, but let's just say you can pick.
I wear contact lenses.
Same.
Because my
shout out to the contact lenses people.
Because my eyesight is terrible.
Mm.
And if it was any worse, I can live with that. So the blind one's out, ultra blind.
Okay.
Hands and feet cut off, but having the rest, like there's I don't see the value in that. I don't see how that's
You're like a Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah, there's no arm. It's Stubbs McGavin. Like, I don't. No, that's not for me. The genital ones is just off the table, isn't it? Just
the genital one for me is the last thing.
Yeah, that's just off the table. So it's got to be one arm, one leg. It's got to be. I think half of me can deal with living the rest of my life out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do one arm, one leg.
I'd like it to be like, my left, maybe my right leg and my left arm.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my left leg is my stronger leg.
Well,
and my right arm is my stronger arm. But like, if I haven't got a choice in the matter, I'd still choose that one.
I think they lose one arm, one leg to make this a bit more even. Should be like you can't replace them with anything. So you've got to live for that thing. But that's not what it says here. So I'd just get one of them bionic things, right?
You could do the same with your like stubby hands and stubby feet, couldn't you?
I think that's harder.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because you can't just do just feet. Or
no.
Can they? I don't know. You got to get the whole forearm or the whole leg.
Size. I don't know. Like, you've not got kids, so you probably don't do this as much. But like when my kids go, "Oh, Daddy can like pretend to be a donkey or a horse, so I can like get on the back," my knees hurt. Like with just half of my weight, my knees hurt, and I'm like, imagine having to stand up on just your ankles, no feet. You know what I mean? That's a lot of pressure on one. I think that would just hurt constantly. Whereas at least if I've got like one leg that's mine and one leg that's like,
I get hoofs.
Like a robot. Hoofs.
I'll get hoofs. Just on the legs.
Just little.
On the arms, I'd have knives. Because I'm deformed. I might as well become some sort of like
a fucking freak.
Yeah. I might as well become some sort of monster that roams the hills.
with you.
Imagine that. Hoofy
you-
knife hands comes out of the forest.
Hoofy knife hands.
Hoofy
fine.
knife hands comes out of the knife hand. Yeah, eat your vegetables, kids. Hoofy knife hands are going to
Hoofy
get
knife hands on
you.
the
It's
prowl.
life's misery.
How big are these knives?
They're British legal, so don't get any trouble.
Yeah, let's move on. We can't say that word on there, can we?
Another one.
Oh, go on.
Okay, I got another one.
Go on.
Which superpower would you rather receive? You're a big comic book fan. Do you know, like...
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm not
vaguely,
big. I'm
vaguely.
a comic book fan to an extent, yeah.
Okay, so would you want Green Lantern's ring?
No.
You know what that does?
No, don't care.
Okay. Telepathy.
Mm.
Be a good one. Deadpool healing factor.
Ooh, yeah.
Speed force. So that's just made to run really fast, isn't it?
Right.
Magneto's power. So, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
controlling that or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Or Scarlet Witch chaos magic, which I'm assuming is some sort of like magic powers or
I'm
something.
a boy, so I'll be a wizard.
Yeah.
Scarlet Wizard.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's between Professor X powers or Magneto powers for me. And I've always thought that Magneto's done a pretty shit job of his like use of powers.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? For someone who can control every element of like metal and manipulate it and make it do shit, like he always seems to end up getting caught and end up in like never seems to win well. So I feel like
he is fighting the X-Men. You gotta give him that.
Yeah, I know, but in my reality now there are no X-Men, so I think I'll do a damn sight better.
Yeah.
Imagine sitting here and just being like, "Whoa, it's a tumbler." Like the old, like you know.
Is that what you?
Yeah, I'd use it for all sorts of weird shit.
Yeah, wow.
Just simple things.
Get in your drink.
Yeah,
that's your idea of weird shit.
Yeah, like knives and forks.
Not having to get up.
Yeah,
I've got that power. It's a big grabby things.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, no, but okay, but if your cup's downstairs,
yeah, fair. You can just
come in.
Levitate up.
You could get to do the Thor hammer trick as well.
Yeah.
Look, listen, we've all tried that.
Yeah. I think you could.
You know.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you could get like a really decent engineering job.
Why would you get a job?
I'm just saying.
Why are you working? Like you've got.
So you're going to be like a
Magneto's
supervillain.
power. You don't have to work. You could sit here and empty out every coin out of a bank without like having to leave the sofa. You're going to work.
There's a joke there that legally I'm not allowed to do. Because you know,
I'm just.
I'm gonna do it, but we're gonna cut it out. Okay.
Go on.
You know, Magneto. He's they're opening to X1, and he's in the concentration camps. Mm-hmm. You say he goes in the bank to get the coins. Give me all the coins.
Yeah. I will inspect your coins now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go. I've got Deadpool healing factor.
When have you ever needed that though?
Yeah,
because we're talking about current life, right? There are no you're not Deadpool, so there's not a superhero you just go and fight.
Yeah,
so
but I'd rather.
At what point in your life have you been like, I'd
rather need it. I'd rather have it and not need it.
Really? Over even like telepathy?
Yeah, I don't want to read. I don't want to read people's thoughts. I read people's faces all the time. I don't want to hear their disappointment. I'd rather just assume it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Over Magneto's powers. That high class engineering job, you don't want that either.
No, to be honest, like the idea of manipulating metal is like
it's
just not up there for me.
It's been done.
But I don't know if you're using it in some sort of like, some sort of like lethal capacity. I don't see it. We're talking about everyday use. I'm a normal human being, right? But if I'm in a car crash, I'm surviving that.
If I'm Magneto and I'm in a car crash, I'm surviving that. I'm not getting in a car crash, am I?
Yeah, but what if you don't see the lorry come in? It's like the, mind to hand connection, do you know what I mean? Or mind to thingy connection. I don't know how his power works enough to say that, but
I'm Magneto.
I guess
I don't need to be driving in a car. I'm not going to
I guess you could just float like he does.
And I'm not going to get T-boned by a lorry.
Fair. But I mean, I'll let you know, for working out, whatever, I'm always pulling hammies or pulling muscles. That would never happen.
That's weak. That's a weak. Okay, fine. Look, listen, far be it from me to tell you you're wrong, but you're wrong.
Go on, pull up the next one.
All right. Right, here we go. This is a good one. Would you rather have impenetrable skin, unbreakable bones, or internal organs that are impervious to injury?
I'll
leave that up on there because it's
impenetrable skin.
Impenetrable skin.
Yeah. Because the other shit's not a problem.
And then you can move to London.
Yeah. Then you can live in London freely. You perfectly adapt. Do you know what? I reckon that's what's going to happen with Londoners, right? They are going to develop impenetrable skin. They're going to evolve to have impenetrable skin.
Yeah. I'd have unbreakable bones.
And phones webbed to their hands. So you can't run past a group and it goes, swings back.
Or magneto powers get that.
Yeah, just...
Right. No, I'd have unbreakable bones.
Why?
Right. You've got a bit of a tism, like me. Be honest. How many times have you been like in a shopping centre or somewhere quite high up, like an airport, or look down and be like, I wonder if I could jump that?
Oh yeah, loads of times.
Right? This is for like most men watching this would be like, fuck yeah, I've done that. That's me, right? Unbreakable bones. You can do it, and it's not gonna hurt you.
Yeah, but you've only got unbreakable bones. You haven't got unbreakable skin and organs and flesh.
Oh yeah.
You'd burst like a bag, but then you'd have the perfectly preserved bones.
Okay, all right. Let me find a flaw in your impenetrable skin. You need a blood test. You can't.
Don't need one.
Breaking the needles. Something's gone wrong inside, and they need to operate.
You need a kidney replacement.
You need a triple bypass.
Yeah.
Impenetrable skin, mate. Can't get through it. You want more tattoos? Tough fucking
shit,
mate.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a rough one. Those unbreakable bones ain't looking too bad now, are they?
Man, maybe the organ one is good then. Because if you get an accident, like your organs are what keeps you alive, right?
Yeah, but okay, so you're in this hospital bed after being T-boned by that lorry, and you haven't got magneto powers to stop it.
Right, yeah. So
you're lying there, and you're like, all my bones are broken. Oh, but my lungs are fine, and my organs are fine. Like, what value? Oh.
Your bones that can heal. You can't heal new lungs, I'm assuming.
No.
I don't have a doctorate. I don't know.
I don't think that many people go through organ failure versus broken bones. I'd still rather have the impenetrable bones. Forget jumping off a building or jumping off a high point, right? You could go mountain biking. You're not going to break your,
Yeah.
You could level up the risk factor of what you do on a daily basis without having to worry about, now I could break my ankle doing that.
I think maybe the organ thing is the way to go, because you could drink like the best of them. Because it says to injury. Yeah. You know what I mean? You couldn't damage them in any way.
Yeah, that's true. Drink and smoke as much as you want.
Yeah.
We don't condone either, but, well.
Smoking's bad, drinking's bad, allegedly.
Allegedly. Which would you rather know? When to hold them or when to fold them?
The gambler's dilemma. Do you know what I mean?
I'd rather know when to fold them.
Oh, they're kind of the same thing, though, really, if you think about it. Because, it comes up a play, you know what I mean? And you either know if you know when to hold, that's when you know,
No, I'm going to get really geeky here. So if you're in, I think it's Texas Hold'em, right? Where there's, the river and then a fourth card and a fifth card.
Mm-hmm.
So if your power is to know when to hold them, there's a chance that you're going to be told hold them still compared to everybody else because, as the river kind of progresses, right?
Right.
But if the fourth card comes out and you're like, hold them, okay, that's good. But then the fifth card comes out and that was a bad call because now the person over here has got a better suite than you, right? Whereas to know when to fold them, you can go until you're told, no, you ain't winning this one.
Okay,
you know
I see what you mean.
You gotta know
the
when
hold
to fold
will take
them.
you to a certain point. When to fold it means that you're not going to lose the hand.
You ain't losing.
You are going to lose the hand.
Yeah. It's going to take. You're losing this one.
Okay, well,
don't go all in.
Going by that sort of Rain Man.
I'm just saying.
Rain Man.
I've lost a lot of money to gambling.
I'm going to go fold them then. I don't know enough about gambling. I've been gambling once.
Really?
I won £100 and then I was ready to go.
No.
I was up and I was ready to go.
Oh. Yeah.
Because there's the gambling thing, right? You're just about to win. Don't stop gambling. You're one hand from winning.
Always.
You're just about to win the jackpot.
Here's one for you. Did you know that you are 10 successful blackjack? No, not 10. That's too easy. 32. You're 32 concurrent successful blackjack hands away from being as rich as Elon Musk.
Wow.
If you're betting $10.
$10.
Yeah.
So is that 10 duplicating 32 times?
Kind of, So it goes up because you'll double your money, but then you double the double, and so on and so forth, right? So by the time you've done that 32 times, you would be the richest person in the world.
I wonder how many people have gone into a casino with that in mind.
Yeah, the thought crosses your mind sometimes. It really does. Yeah. It really does. But here we go.
Okay, I got one for you. Would you rather deal with which of the following? Right? Have every thought appear in a thought bubble above you. Everything you think, right? Have an unbreakable habit of saying everything a total of 3 times in a row.
Everything in total 3 times in a row.
Everything in total 3 times in a row.
Everything in total 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Everything. That's my answer. That's my answer. That's my answer.
You do
There is no way I could leave the house if every one of my thoughts was fucking projected above me. Not a chance.
Yeah.
I won't be allowed in like religious buildings, museums, near children. Like it. Yeah. No. No. Let me start that again. Yeah, no, I couldn't do that.
I cut that.
Yeah. No, not just that, but things like my kids can read, and they'll be reading swear words, and they'll be learning new swear words by just looking at my thought bubble. You know what I mean? That they would see a different side to like happy cheery daddy.
Yeah,
you can't think that about mummy, or you can't think that about nan. Like, you know what I mean?
I think I could get throughout the day with focused enough thinking, but I think a couple would slip through the cracks when it's got later on. If I've been drinking, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, but this is it, right? I don't want to have to be on all the time. I don't want to have to mask like personality, right? What I would much rather do is just accept that when I talk, everything's going to come out 3 times. So maybe I'm just a strong silent type that just doesn't say anything as much anymore. Yeah.
All right.
That's it, right? Matthew McConaughey suffers with this. He's made a career out of it.
Yeah, so you basically just become McConaughey.
Yeah. I think that's the one.
Yeah.
It can't be the other one. It just cannot be. Right, would you rather have an expensive hobby that you only get to enjoy a few times a year, or a cheap hobby that you can do every day?
Expensive hobby you can do one time a year, or a cheap hobby I can do every day? I mean, I've got cheap hobbies now. You know what I mean?
Would you pack that in for one expensive hobby that you could do every now and then?
No. Well, like go skiing once a year or something.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Something
I'm talking.
What are you thinking?
Expensive hobby. You know what I mean?
Like what? Well, it's more expensive than going to the gym or something.
Yeah.
It's relative terms.
I like going on safari. So I go safari twice a year. It costs me a lot, but it's worth it. Rather than being like, I'll just drive through Bradford.
Hunt the dangerous black rhinoceros twice a year. I mean, it's a hobby.
Yeah, it's an expensive hobby.
It's an expensive hobby.
I think I'd rather do the expensive thing.
I make the money back in the ivory.
Yeah.
No, I think I'd rather just do the. I mean, I've got hobbies now. I don't think I'd want to give up for something I did once a year. That would be worth it. Unless it was something like really magical, like we're going to the moon or something. Do you know what I mean? Something like really up there.
Yeah. See, for me, I ain't got time in my day for a hobby, right? Like the nearest thing to a hobby that I've got is like my Friday night drinking. And I'd rather if it was like
Friday night with the boys.
Yeah, well, yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it's like if you have a choice, you either stop going in exchange for stopping going out on Friday nights with the lads. You can go on 3 lads holidays a year with those same people, but it's like in a luxury resort doing whatever. You know what I mean? Like you're Xing that up by like 20. I'd do that. I'll take that.
When you put it like that, right? If I could like I do martial arts, right? You know what I mean? If I could go to the Kumite once a year, do you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's like
like a Tibetan.
It's like a
resort.
It's like some weird like martial arts tournament. I don't know if it's even real. I've seen it in the movie. What is it? Is it Bloodsport? One of the Van Damme ones. Kickboxer.
Right.
He goes to the Kumite. And they all like fight in the big ring, and do you know what I mean? Like that, I'd be like, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
do that once a year. Yeah. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe.
Mortal Kombat.
It's a tough one. Yeah. I fight in the Iron Fist tournament every year. Me versus Armor King.
None of those things mean anything to me, but cool.
Come on, you got to play Tekken.
No, I never did. I
Never
was
played
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter.
I'm
kids.
older than you, bro. Like
Yeah,
Street Fighter
yeah.
and Mortal Kombat. And then Tekken came along, and that was for all the other kids that didn't know. You don't know about Street Fighter.
I was a Tekken Mortal Kombat guy.
Yeah.
Spend the next 5 years in prison, or wear a chicken suit for the rest of your life.
5 years in prison.
You couldn't do the chicken suit.
Well, for the rest of my life, absolutely not. How are you supposed to be taken seriously in life, right? How are you going to go to your kid's graduation in a chicken suit? How are you going to go to a wedding or a funeral? Oh, my fucking dad's died. I've got to do a speech at the funeral in my chicken suit.
Yeah.
There's no discussion there. You do 5 years, mate.
You do your 5 years.
You do your 5 years, and you come out, and everyone knows. Oh, that guy did 5 years instead of having to wear a chicken suit, unlike Bob. And Bob's wandering around in his little chicken suit because he couldn't do 5 years in prison.
But okay, scenario, right? You're doing your 5 years. I'm coming to visit you. And what am I wearing?
You're in your chicken suit. Exactly.
I'm like,
and at that point, I'm like, I made the right call here. Look at this fucking idiot.
I'm like, what's for dinner tonight?
What pecking about and things like that?
I'm having chicken. What are you having? And you're like,
I'm having whatever G4S have got cooked in that night. You know.
Yeah.
It might be a crappy little airplane type meal, but you know what? It's 3 hot meals a day, a bed, and I ain't got to work either. You got to go to work in your chicken suit. You got to jump on Zoom calls in your chicken suit.
Yeah, I got the.
You got to get home, right?
Yeah.
Cook up a little meal for the missus and this, that, and the other. Things start moving in the right direction. You're gonna go upstairs. You know, she's like, I'm just gonna slip into something a bit more comfortable, and you're sat there in your chicken suit, like. You think she's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's
cock
my
ready,
right there.
cock sure.
Oh.
Yeah, when that big old rooster Kynan comes a calling.
Yeah, nah.
I think that that's a much funnier life to live as the chicken suit man, rather than just a man who's just done 5 years of time.
But if this is something that's been put out to all of humanity, right, there's going to be a range of people in. So you're not going to be that quirky Kynan in a chicken suit.
Yeah, but I'd have
everybody who chose not to go to prison is sat in that chicken suit.
Yeah, but you're going to live in the most overcrowded prison then, because a lot of people are going to take that.
I'd like to,
because I'm humble and I'm going to be with my chicken brethren. I'm going to find a community.
And then 5 years down the line, all the normies are going to come out, and then you guys are going to be like, "Oh my god, we made the wrong call." No. Fashion trends are going to change. People are going to be walking around wearing their like Sunday finest, and you're going to be sat there in a chicken suit.
No, because half of humanity is chickens.
And well, that's assuming it's
half
50-50.
of yeah. Okay, let's say like the people on the outside inherit the earth. The chickens inherit the earth, my brother.
Only for a short period of time.
You're in 5 years prison. Yeah, we can change society in that time. You're coming out to our world.
Yeah, listen.
You're living in our world
5
after
years,
that.
Call it like 18 months good behaviour, you'll be out.
Look, if you think for a second any government officials or military are going to be in thingy, we're going to have a chicken army, brother. We're going to have a chicken army. We're going to have a chicken government full of chicken like, people.
Strange people who did not want to go to prison for 5 years.
You're never going to get the Clintons in there. We got them on set.
They're in their underground chicken bunker, mate.
Yeah, exactly. The chickens will inherit the earth. You guys are there doing hard time eating gruel in your, vastly overpopulated prison where, 80% of the people took it.
I mean, listen, you're assuming the prison life is that bad.
Mate, it'll get harsh.
Yeah, I imagine
it'll get harsh. It'll be competitive out there because you're not only there you're there with all the criminals who won't want to take the chicken suit.
Although there might be criminals that take the chicken suit.
Yeah.
And they infiltrate your little chicken society.
But we'll deal with them as well. If there's foxes in the hen house, we'll deal with them.
Right. Okay. I like it. You make a compelling argument. You do make a compelling argument.
Yeah.
So here's one for you. Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the past?
10 minutes into the future, 150.
Or 150 years into the past.
Or anywhere, or just... I can see anything 150 years.
Yeah, you can just see it. Yeah, you're not there. You just see it. You got this little magic screen that comes up and it's like, 10 minutes from now, this is what's going to happen. Or 150 years ago, where you're currently stood right now. Whoop, this is what it was.
I'd take the 10 minutes.
Right.
Because 150 years, like, I'm just seeing what a bunch of people in the 18th century like ride the penny farthings and go, "Good day to you, sir," all that stuff. What am I getting out of that?
I don't think there's not really a selling point for me. 10 minutes into the future, I mean, you could be like, "What's the cut off for lottery tickets?"
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. You could use.
I wonder. I imagine it's longer than 10 minutes.
You could always get the quickest route home.
Yeah.
Don't need to check my GPS.
We're going back
traffic.
We're going back to the casino.
Yeah.
With our $10, first hand of blackjack, and you're going 10 minutes into the future. Oh, he's going to draw out. Okay, cool. I will hit. Right? More likely to turn that into something than 150 years ago on this site, there was an ancient Asian burial ground.
You could basically, any decision you make, you'd know the outcome.
Yeah.
As long as it's 10 minutes ahead. Right?
Yeah. Any immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if I go this way, am I going in the wrong direction? Yep. I go that way.
That's the thing about this is like the time travel conundrum, right? Mm-hmm. Are you only seeing the future of what you do, or are you seeing the multiple futures of what you can do?
Yeah. Because you haven't made that decision. Yeah. So if you're at T-junction, you're like, I think it's left, and your wife goes, I think it's right, and you go, no, let me look into the future. No, you're right. It is right. Is it right because? Yeah.
See what I mean?
Is it right as in the direction because your wife is correct, or is it right in the direction because that's the route you chose, thereby making that your future?
Yeah. Plus, the gambling thingy, by you staying in the game, the card distribution would be different from 10 minutes ago. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? It's by you playing that good hand until it gets to the thingy. So, like, by your choices, has it changed the future? By you seeing it, is it like acting on, predeterminism or your choices? By measuring it, have you affected the result?
Yeah. So you just basically like, it's just a spoiler, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're just like, I wonder who's going to win this match. 80 minutes played, 10 minutes to go, and you go, England win. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're just spoiling life for yourself. So maybe going back 150 years wouldn't be too bad just to be able to.
I'd still take the 10 minutes one just in case.
Yeah?
Yeah, just in case. You know what I mean? Like,
I think there'd be more fun to be had thinking about it. Like, to go and just, like, give historians shit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you go somewhere and they're walking around, they're like, oh, wow, actually, 150 years ago, this fight here was actually in there. And you go, hold that thought. No, 150 years ago, this was not that site. And that is not what happened. You know what I mean? And just be like, you're wrong. Off to the next museum. I think you'll like this one. Would you rather be forced to sing along or dance to every song you hear?
So it's like your life's a musical one way or another.
Yeah. Every song you hear.
Oh, I can't.
You got to either sing along to it or dance.
Caveat: I can't sing. I can't dance.
Not knocking a lot of people, but
But I can probably sing better than I can dance. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go sing because I quite like to sing out loud. Like my girlfriend will tell you ad nauseum how I constantly never stop singing at home. I'm doing anything. You know, I'm not doing
that tism in you.
Yeah. I'm not tap dancing down the stairs.
But see, this is the thing, right? You can sing quietly. Like my eldest hates when I sing. Dr. Sayers from The Simpsons.
Yeah, I do that all the time. Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers.
Yeah.
Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers. Oh, Dr. Sayers.
The whole thing, mate. Can I play the piano anymore?
Of course you can.
Well, I couldn't before. She hates it, right?
Sam hates when I do that. I always do it.
She finds it triggering. So I was like, in my head, I'm like, once I get a song in my head, I have to sing it and keep singing it.
Yeah. Right? So that's similatisms.
Yeah, I can mutter it.
I
can mutter it, but do you know what you can't do subtly? Dance along to every song you ever hear. You can't be like driving with the radio on and be like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not. That's not safe.
Plus, if it's like a compulsion and it's a whole body thing, you can't listen to music in the car.
But I'm showing my age as well, right? But I mentioned funerals quite a lot. Imagine being at a funeral, like your nan's funeral, and they're playing some music. Do you know what I mean? They're playing some sort of music that meant the world to her. Yeah. And Dancing Queen comes on by ABBA, and you're like, everyone's crying and boohooing, and you're like, I can't help it. I'm so sad. You're not moving like you're sad.
You know that fucking thing where it's like,
yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah. The Ghanaian undertakers. Yeah. Not groomsmen. Groomsmen. Jesus. Yeah. So it's got to be the. It's got to be singing. It's got to be singing. Can't be anything else.
You've got the fucking Planet of the Apes thing in my head now.
Oh my gosh,
I was wrong. It was Earth all along.
Honestly, she fucking hates it. She's like, Daddy, stop! Right.
And she hates when I do the bit where I go, I love you, Dr. Zeus. Do you know, every time I see that, I'm like, I would fucking watch that.
Yes.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Like, they fucking, like, yeah.
Oh my God. Old school Simpsons were fucking amazing.
On another level.
I used to love the Simpsons. Level.
But yeah, that one. Do you know the other one I really like? The Monty Burns, See My Vest.
Sam.
You know
See my vest. See my vest. Made of real gorilla chest.
Yeah. It's a good one. Would you rather be chronically underdressed or overdressed?
Underdressed or overdressed?
All the time, yeah. Imagine 3-piecing it to like a lad's night out.
Oh, do you know what? It really gives me like the ick when it's a lad's night out and everyone's just like t-shirt and jeans in it, and there's that one lad who waistcoat, white shirt. Do you know what I mean? He's gone the full.
I used to blazer it quite a lot before I grew my hair out. It was like a look I was kind of going for.
Yeah, I don't think you can do casual blazer and long hair because it looks like business hippie, innit?
It does, yeah. All my blazers are up in the attic now because of exactly that. However, I will say, and this will resonate with a lot of Asian people listening, right?
Shout out to all the Asian listeners.
Every Asian wedding, there's always this one uncle. He's often got a mustache, and he often turns up to the night gig in a pair of like Asda blue jeans, white Nike t-shirts, and like a jumper.
Yeah.
While everyone else is fucking dressed to the nines, there's that one uncle, Bittle, over there, in his fucking, like, you know, it happens all the time. And like now think of it realistically, right? If you're going out somewhere, do you want to be the most like chronic underdressed like badly, or would you rather be overdressed? Like, I'd rather overshoot it and be like, oh, that guy's quirky. Maybe that's just what he does, you know? And like in my head, I'm like, we're sat here right now. You're dressed like that, and I'm here in a fucking tuxedo and a monocle and a top hat. That could be like my thing. Whereas if I'm sat here in like a fucking string vest and shorts, and it's your wedding night,
stains.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And it's your wedding day. You're gonna be like, I think you need to leave me.
I think overdressed, because I was watching a film about the Yakuzas last night, and I was looking up some stuff about them. And those guys are snappy dressers. I can see why that caught on.
I've seen.
Do you know what I mean? They dress real good, and I thought, do you know what I mean? I could do that.
Being overdressed can be your thing.
Yeah.
Being underdressed, you don't want that as your thing.
No.
Like, you don't want to be that guy that everyone's like, yeah, no, invite him, but just accept that he's going to be like, you know, Uncle Bolawant who comes in his fucking
stringer, fucked up house hoodie, and then like jogger bottoms, and
or like an offensive T-shirt to a funeral.
Yeah.
His funeral again.
What would be on the T-shirt?
I like MILFs.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got MILFs.
Yeah. Okay. Then it's someone's mum's funeral. You know what I mean?
FBI.
I know someone who used to have that T-shirt. Fucking so pathetic.
Do you know what? The guy who comes out in the tuxedo T-shirt, there's always one.
Oh, yeah.
There's always one.
It's mad. I think they should just sue the company that's still printing them.
Someone's still wearing them.
Because you're enabling a stupid joke. Like, it's like, do you know what? That was really funny in the 80s, right? In the 90s, people used to walk around with like T-shirts that said "Frankie says relax." If you see someone walk around with that, you don't get that reference. It's stupid. Why are you wearing it? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not a thing anymore. Same thing. Like the whole like tuxedo T-shirt thing. So just give yourself, fucking have your. You need your red bobbling, mate.
Yeah.
That really triggers me.
I mean that the sort of novelty T-shirt game has really gone out. I like T-shirts that just say something very fucking odd out there. Like, I saw someone wearing a T-shirt that just said "active shooter" on it. I thought that was really funny.
Would you rather lose your sight or lose your memories?
What, just one done and lost
You're
my
blind,
memories?
or you've got like amnesia.
I mean, like
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like the other thing, dementia and that kind of thing, because that's stuff people struggle with that. Amnesia. Yeah, like the old you watch like a Home and Away and like, oh, he fucking banged his head.
Right, so bang my head and I forgot everything.
Yeah, you've still got cognitive functions. You know how to walk, talk, breathe.
Speak.
You know how to read.
I know English.
You don't have any memories. You don't know who you are. You don't know who anyone else is. Like, let's keep it at that, right? You're not like constantly soiling yourself. Like, you know how to behave as a normal human. You just have no memories of anything.
That's a tough one, man. Because I've got so many memories I wouldn't want to let go of.
Really?
Imagine your kid comes up to you and they're like, "Oh, Dad," and you're like, "I don't know you."
That's a damn sight more tempting, if I'm honest, than to be blind, like completely blind. Because selfishly, you're like, oh, I get to try again. You know what I mean? Because if you genuinely believe in like kind of your life's path and that kind of thing, you'll end up on it again. What type of
sunglasses would you wear if you were blind?
Like Ray Charles, big
ones. Do you know what I think? I'm gonna go bandana over the eyes, have a bit more mystical look to it.
You just look like a fucking knobhead who doesn't know how to tie a bandana. Like, what, over there?
Yeah, like over the eyes, like that.
Right. Okay.
A bit more of a mystical look.
But hey, at least you remember everything.
Yeah.
See, nah, I think, you know, I think when I see my kids, I'd be like, I don't know who you are. I like you.
You seem nice.
Yeah, because like I genuinely find them fascinating and like really funny. So I'd be like, yeah, cool. And this woman's like, oh, I'm your wife, and I'd be like, all right, well, if you are, then I suppose we'll probably fall in love all over.
That's
again.
The thing
and all that crap.
Because I think about this all the time, right? Because I think, what if I was in a coma and I woke up and didn't remember anybody? You assume that you'd be like, well, I accept this then. Well, you'd be like, I don't know you. I've got no emotional attachment to
Imagine
you.
somebody just walked in right now and was like, all right, lads. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, all right, lads? Yeah, I work here. I'm part of this. And you're like, oh, yeah?
Yeah. You'd have no think. What's to say you'd even stick around or go find someone else or meet someone else or go live a completely different life?
But then if you're completely
then you're not you anymore.
You're a burden on the people that you love that you wanted to retain the memories of.
But if I go by like, if you believe that your self, your consciousness is like a culmination of all your experience and memories and whatever, then basically you're saying you've died. And someone else is existing in your mind.
Or you just get a fresh start at everything and a fresh outlook on everything as well.
I think I would take.
Then you really get to understand who you truly are without the shackles of relationships that have either been placed upon you by things like family, birth, and and relationships that you've made along the way. You literally get a fresh start at it. So you're like, actually, do you know what? I really think. Well, we both really like James, but if we lost all memory of him, would we make friends with him again? That'd be interesting to know, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think I did do the self-sacrifice because the blindness thing would hurt me, and obviously it'd be shit for me. But there
would be a burden on your family as well.
My family not knowing, like me not knowing them and having to build this relationship with them where it's like whatever, and basically like me having to restart with a new person would hurt them much more. So I think I'll just take the blindness thing. I've seen loads of stuff.
I think your missus would be like, yeah, I'd like another go at this.
She probably would.
Do you know what I mean? You're on about how much like people are going to miss losing you and this, that, and the other. What we don't consider is, I'm fairly certain my wife would be like, oh, he's lost his memory, he doesn't know who I am. Good, don't tell him who I am. All our kids were going, and she'd be gone.
Right, think about it like this, right? Your missus, right? Would she? I've got to look after this bloke who basically doesn't know anything. Or know how to do anything.
But she wouldn't have to though. But what she would have to do is look after this bloke who used to provide for us and used to do all this stuff with the kids, who can't now see and can't even get up the stairs without banging into something.
Fair.
Like, I'm now, in my mind, I'm now a burden on you.
It's like it's whether you want to be physically or mentally challenged. You know what I mean?
Yeah. John, that was a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be.
Got one. Choose your money and curse.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the lowest money. Okay. 100k, no curse, just free money.
Right.
Okay. 1 million, no internet for a year.
Yeah.
10 million, you get shot in the foot.
Okay.
With a something, but it's gone off screen, so I can't see it.
Yeah.
100 million, you go to a dangerous prison.
Mm-hmm.
1 billion, you stink of piss and shit for 15 years.
Okay.
So it's win-win for you. 1 trillion, you are blind and deaf for 10 years.
For 10 years, just go.
You're just like, what's going on?
What? But for 10 years, you're just a fucking vegetable, and then like you're like, I've got 1 trillion. Yeah. No, I would take, like, hands down, no questions asked, £1 million and no internet for a year.
Do you think you could do no internet for a year?
I could 100% do no internet for a year.
So if someone,
in fact, I'll take that deal twice and do 2 years of no internet and have 2 million, because I would take that mill and I would go on some sort of island or some sort of, like, I keep going back to this island.
Keeps bringing up islands. I'm very worried now.
I would I would go somewhere picturesque, beautiful, clean ocean, beach hut, and I would just live off grid for an entire year happily. And when I say happily, bro, I mean like gladly.
If the missus is watching Netflix in a room, do you have to leave?
But yeah, you wouldn't have Netflix. So anywhere you go, the internet just stops.
So your family, so you can't shove the iPad in front of the kids. It's just going to be full on.
I'll take those kids. My wife and kids are coming with me, guys. We've got £1 million. We can buy whatever we want, do whatever you want. Kids, you want a bouncy castle on our beach? Yeah, fine. You know what I mean?
I can't even remember the thingies. What was the 10 million one? I'd do the get shot in the foot.
I've never been shot.
Neither have I, but
it said what gun, but it doesn't specify, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be that will be it's going to obliterate your foot. Like, yeah, tendons a mess. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's going to be in a bad way.
Yeah.
Like,
it's probably
assume the worst, and it's got to be taken away.
Yeah. It's never going to be functional again. But 10 million, that's for life. Set up. You can live comfortably off 10 million for the rest of your life.
You can live comfortably on $1 million, mate.
I know you could, but you could live really comfortably.
Yeah.
And I guess if it's only for a year, actually, do you know what? I think I'll go with you. If it's only for a year, I could do that internet for a year.
But this is the thing. It's a year-long holiday. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Like, you go fishing. Yeah. How peaceful is that?
Yeah.
Imagine that for a year.
Have you seen these? It's a
similar
similar vein
in the Lake District where I haven't got access to my phone. And there's no coverage or anything. And I sit and I look and I watch and I observe, and I'm like, I could do this a lot longer than I'm doing it for now.
Have you seen those things where it's a similar vein where it's like on Facebook or Instagram or whatever? It's like, would you live in this house for a year but you have no internet? And it's the most gorgeous looking duplex in like the middle of a ravine and a mountain with a waterfall. And I'm like, yeah.
Mate, it's
the internet is making me mentally ill. This place, I think, would actually fix a lot of my problems.
We'll finish off with this one. Would you rather vomit on your hero, or have your hero vomit on you?
First, who's my hero?
I don't know. Like, just,
Well, okay. I'd rather them vomit on me.
Really?
Yeah. Because they're going to be like very apologetic about that.
Uh-huh.
I think that's, what I mean. I could be like,
but what do you get? So you gain an apology.
Yeah, no, I gain an apology, but maybe some favor. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe some
I
favor.
assume my hero is famous.
In this scenario, you're only guaranteed to gain 2 things here. Number 1, him or her vomiting on you, and number 2, them potentially apologizing. There's no, like, you know what I mean? I'm vomiting on them, mate.
You're vomiting on them? You're vomiting on your hero?
I'm vomiting on them. It's always, in sales, right, they say that it's always better to apologize than to ask for permission. And I think that applies in this.
Rapist's edict.
In sales...
Sorry about that, love!
in sales, it's always better to ask for forgiveness than permission, right? So, on that logic,
right,
you go up to your hero and go, can I vomit on you? They're going to say no, aren't they? So you would rather go, I'm so sorry. Mm-hmm. It's fine, don't worry, just get this guy away from me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm seeing a scenario where, I meet Schwarzenegger, right?
Yeah, okay.
Cool guy, okay. And he's like, oh, very nice to meet you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Listen to me, I'm making a new movie. It's called Terminator 4, Rise of the Machines 2. You could be in it, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, and you end up with some shit part in the movie because Arnold Schwarzenegger's like spewed.
That's a story, rather than saying, oh, I met Arnold Schwarzenegger because I'm so much of a, a Tismo. I just blurged on him.
My first Christmas party, working in recruitment, right?
Yeah.
I'd been there, August, September, October, November, 4 months.
Right.
I didn't know these guys, right? It was our office in Coventry and the Leicester office, and went to some big place called the Empire over in Leicester. I got so drunk that walking up the stairs after going for a fag, I threw up all over the trouser leg of one of the senior managers.
Okay.
I'm still here. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah. Okay.
If he would have thrown up on me, I'm throwing hands. Not that I'm his hero or he's my hero, right?
Right.
The hero thing probably like changes the scenario a little
bit. Yeah.
But I'm throwing hands. If someone throws up on me, I'm throwing hands, man. Like, it's not just Arnold Schwarzenegger threw up on me. I'm throwing hands. I'm trying to throw hands with Arnold. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm throwing hands.
Do you know?
It's the immediate human reaction.
Yeah, but when someone says, "You want to hear an interesting story?"
Arnold Schwarzenegger once threw up on me.
Arnold Schwarzenegger once threw up on me. You'd want to hear that story.
Do you want to hear an interesting story?
What?
I once threw up on Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's just as interesting.
Yeah.
Only the power balance is in your hands. You threw up on him.
I guess so.
You weren't the recipient of the sick.
Yeah, but
you were the delivery.
I guess. Yeah.
Thing.
But then I'd feel bad because like I love Schwarzenegger and everything, right? And then he's like on the fucking Tonight Show, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I was just wandering off my new movie, and this little idiot with long hair puked on me." I'd be like, "Oh, that would really hurt me." I'd be like, "Ah," you know what I mean?
Okay.
Schwarzenegger.
And then you're like, "Oh yeah, I got in his new film, and this, that, and the other." And they're like, "Oh, tell us how you got the part." Arnold threw up on my face and my mouth, and he felt so bad he put me in the film. Oh, you're one of them, huh? I got a friend who might want to meet you.
Yeah.
Here comes Harvey Weinstein. Oh, so you like that kind of thing, do you?
I don't like it. It just happens.
Sorry, you accept that kind of thing, do you?
Well, okay. Well, if I get a bigger part in the movie, Mr. Weinstein, maybe.
This is the thing, right? You
only vomit stuff.
But that's where it starts, mate. It's gateway shit. This is. Then before you know it, you're a Dubai porta potty.
Yeah. Would you ever do that? How much money?
No, I couldn't, man.
How much money?
I couldn't. You know the whole like Vince McMahon allegations at the minute and stuff.
So
that still makes me feel.
So when someone said 200 million,
I couldn't do it. I could not do it. Like, mate.
What about the thing when you're in the coffee?
My wife was like pregnant, threw up on herself. I literally I threw a towel into her. I was like, "You need to sort that out." I can't. I'm so sorry. I just can't.
What about if you in the glass coffin and they all do stuff on it? You seen that?
Yeah, I haven't seen that, and no.
For 200 mil?
No,
it doesn't touch her.
No, there's other issues there. I don't want to be in a glass coffin with people above me whilst I'm fully conscious and awake. Absolutely not.
I guarantee.
Bro, I'm at a point
if the money was on the table,
I'm at a point where there's not enough money in the world for me to do certain things. Like money don't. Right, I have a theory. There's never enough money. Okay, why does Jeff Bezos continue to try and double and triple his like annual income?
To kill Superman.
To kill Superman. Right?
Yeah.
No, but do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in capitalism, there is never enough money. It's like me and you right now could be like, yeah, do you know what? If I had 10 million, I'd be happy. You wouldn't, because there are people out there who have 10 million who are striving for the next 10 million and the next 10 million. So for me, it's like the happiness isn't at the end of like that 10 million, because people, very select few people get to that, and they continue to try and get more. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Why does he need to do any more movies at all? Because he's not very good at acting, and he damn sure doesn't look like he enjoys it, right? He's got enough money, because it's never enough. It's never enough. So 200 mil for me to lie in a little box and have all these things like fall on me, right? I'm going to be sitting there thinking, I now need another 200 mil, and I'm going to do it again, and it's a vicious cycle. It's a vicious cycle. So
maybe
taking it back to the question, you're going to let Arnie throw up on you for a part in the movie, and then before you know it, you're going to find yourself in a box because Expendables 6 is coming out and I'm going to be in it.
Expendables 6 is coming out.
And before that, the entire cast are going to like poo and wee all over me.
I'd be like, heard they're getting Keanu.
Yeah, this is me now. This is how I make my living.
What is the vomit, man?
And everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
It's a slippery slope, man.
I don't know. I just wouldn't.
Thanks for attending my TED Talk.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are very strong on that. Feel it.
Yeah. Sorry. I get like that sometimes.
And cut.